Welcome back to my channel of Bob's Garage. I was using my air compressor to spray in some undercoating on one of my vehicles, and I started to hear a louder and louder squeal, um, and it became very, very loud. So what I got is this really old compressor, probably about 20 years old, and frankly doesn't owe me anything. But I really couldn't make out. It was just so loud that I couldn't make it. I'm going to turn it on now. It's extremely cold out, but it should start up all right. So that's quite the annoying noise. So I tried to separate whether it was the compressor or the motor. So I took the belt off, and as you can see, that's the motor, which is what I figured just by the sound of it as well. So I'm going to take off the motor, take the motor apart, see what I can do. It doesn't owe me much, but I'll mark off the location of the pulley so that I can get the alignment correct, although it'd be pretty easy for this. And I'll pull the motor off, electrically disconnect it, and take it inside. Gonna take a look at, I suspect it's the drive end of the motor, because it takes the most load. So this is the highest horsepower 120 volt motor I can get. It just only has the amperage on here. It doesn't have the current. Anyways, it's 15 amps. So I think that works out to about 3.5 horsepower. So I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to move it inside where it's warmer so I can feel my fingers, and pull the drive end of the motor off and see what we can find. I'll bring you back then. So you can hear the noise. I can't tell which end it's coming from. There shouldn't be any noise at all. So you've got 4 bolts that go right through the case. So I'm going to start by taking these off. I'm going to pull these right through, I think. These bolts, that is. And I'm going to also mark the case. It's pretty obvious, especially this side. There's a, you can't see it here, but there's a reset button on the top. Got this mark here, but I think I'll mark it all anyways. Now, let's see if I can get something to tap this off. Didn't think that'd be too difficult to take this out. So the rotor's going to come out. Just slide this back a bit, and that's great. So that bearing sounds okay. And this is, so this bearing is the one that's the problem. The end bearing here, feels fine. So this is the one I kind of figured, because this is the load end here. So I'm going to try to tap. Maybe I'll use a puller to get this off. So it looks like I lost all that because I didn't have it record on. But anyhow, I had to put a 3-jaw puller on, a little, put it on the end, and then a little tap on the end, and it popped it off again. These small motors. The bearing itself is a 6203. I can't feel a whole lot there. You can feel the clearance, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to replace them both though for the value of them. Obviously, from the color of that, you can see it's been exposed to a lot of dirt, so I'll change them out anyways. So it's been a couple days and bearings have shown up. Maple Ace. Don't know if this is a manufacturer or a distributor. Can't find anything on the bearing itself. They look identical to the old ones, same construction. Yeah, nothing printed anywhere that would indicate where it was made. I suspect this is a distributor. So I'm going to tap these into place. I think I just clean the shaft up a little bit here. Doesn't really matter, it sits back there. Actually, no, I won't even bother. So I'm going to tap those on. And I'm going to find something, a sleeve to go over, so I tap on the inner race, not on the outer race. And I'll get my puller and pull this bearing off this end. Yeah, I use a puller for that. And see how all that works. So what I'll do, instead of you watching me struggle here, I'll just bring you back when I got it loose as well. Okay, about 5 minutes later, and the bearings have been tapped on, just using again sockets to just tap on the outer race, and some pipe sleeves or pipe nipples to again tap this back. Didn't take a lot of force. These are small bearings. So now just a matter of assembling this. At least I hope it's just a matter of assembling this. And then this end, now again it's been peened here. I might just tap a few more in there. Get my punch. Actually, I'm going to try it, see how it fits on first. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. That's still pretty snug. Again, just very gentle. that's it. 2 or 3 clicks on the driver. Hopefully that's about 20 inches. Again, all I'm doing is snugging the case. It doesn't have to be hard. These I'll recheck those when they're outside as well, so I can get a feel of it. But that's basically it. And it spins free. Found this, but it doesn't look like it's part of anything. I'm probably just on my toolbox, probably a valve part. But we'll find out. Always leave extra parts in. So I didn't film putting this back together, but frankly, there's nothing to it. 4 bolts on either side of the motor. They'll connect the wiring back up, put the belt on. But the only thing that was tricky was aligning the pulley. By the way, I started the motor with the belts disconnected so I could check it. But I grabbed 2 pieces of straight flat bar like this to align the pulley up. That was the hardest part, because you need an extra few hands to pull back on the far side of the motor to get it square, tighten down a bolt, and then try to square it up. It was about 3 or 4 attempts before I got it square. That's important though. And this is the second time I've had to do work on this motor. The first time was, I think, the capacitor. And I'm not sure, I can't remember, that was a long time ago. I can't remember if I spent time to line it up or I just bolted it down. I suspect I would have lined it up. Anyhow, if it's turned, that puts an axial load on that bearing, so it's a possibility. So anyways, I'll start it up here for you. I'm only going to run for a second, but you can hear the difference. It's pretty slow, but because it's so cold right now. Anyways, you can hear no squeal. So really happy about that. So what was that, $15 for 2 bearings? I changed them both out. Pretty easy work to do. Just gotta be careful, that's all. So hopefully this lasts me another 25 years. Like I said, you can't, I think I mentioned it earlier, you can't get this high a horsepower. This is a 15 amp draw on this motor. So it's it's the maximum of the 210 volt circuit. Anyways, this is a real short video. I have no idea how short it'll be when I edit it down, but thanks for watching.